All right, I think we're live. Let me out of this place. Let me out. I thought I washed that. Didn't I wash that? Clean it up. You know, hey, Dennis. How's Dennis today? All right. I think I goofed. Hey, Metallic. How you doing? Detested Dredge. What's up, Trouble? Hey, Detested. I haven't seen you in a while. How you been? Dennis says he's doing good. Family's great, Dennis. Thank you for asking. I appreciate it. I just realized that I didn't change the name of my live stream. It still says Old Family Farm, and I'm actually playing No Man's Land. So let's change that. I hope I changed it okay. That should have changed it. We'll check back with that later. Voice check, I guess everything's fine. I'm assuming. Finish washing this truck up because it's dirty. You can't drive around the farm with a dirty truck. Well, I guess you could, but don't like to. 5x5, thank you, sir. Good as you can be, yeah. Anthony, hello, how are you? Anthony's in the house, guys. Don't need this anymore. So, if you watched my video, basically all my video was is that I started the farm. I came in and I showed you what the farm was all about, and I still can't get over the restroom. I guess you can't really call it a restroom because who in the hell would want to rest in there, right? It's all full of flies buzzing. I guess the only redeeming value of this outhouse is the fact that it's got automatic lights, and they're kind of modern. But oh, geez, it's full up. I think about this time. I wonder if that's today's paper on the floor. You suppose that's today's paper? We get some news. That's about all the news is for. Wiping your, well, let's not get into that, I guess. So yes, I came in and I showed you the farm, and you got $100,000, of which I've only got 58 left, and I got some work I need to do. So first things first, we're going to clean the place up a little bit. First of all, I don't actually need this cultivator, so I'm going to sell it. We'll sell it. Let's go to the garage because we need the money. I don't need this little trailer. I'm going to sell that. Not going to get anything for it anyway. I need to buy a new plow, but I don't think I have any money. This is broken and not doing me any good, so I'm going to sell it, and then we're going to buy a new one, but not right today. Well, I guess I could. Yes, let's buy a new one. The reason I'm doing that is because the new one makes you money. So if we go into miscellaneous, it looks like your bathroom. You changed the OS on your computer. What do you got now? All right, here's the new watermill. Now it's $17,000, but it makes $500 an hour. So it won't take long to get your $17,000 back. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, which I probably shouldn't have, but we'll make it up someplace, believe me. And I'm going to place it over here instead of over here. The reason I'm going to place it over here is because I might be cleaning up this area. I might clean this little corner out right here of the trees. So if I do, I'm going to put this thing over here, right about there. Now that thing will start making me $500 an hour. So that's pretty decent. I'll get that $17,000 back, you know, fairly soon. All right, what else? I was going to sell the cultivator. Let's go back to the garage. We got some farming to do today, tell you that. All right, we're going to sell that. That's worth another $5,000. Oh, you went Linux? I used to use Linux on one of my PCs. The only problem was I needed to have a PC that I could work with other people on, and everybody had Microsoft, so, or DOS, and so I had to keep a PC that had Microsoft on it, and then I used my other PC for Linux. All right, so if you see this wood crusher, we crushed. Did I crush all the wood? I did. There was a bunch of wood here. We crushed it and got the money for it, right? But I found on my test page that I was lumberjacking this lumber, and I got absolutely no money for it. It was just ridiculous. The amount of work that you have to do to cut the tree down, you have to take the limbs off, you have to cut the tree into logs, then you have to pick them up with something, which costs money, by the way, because you have to have a truck and a trailer or a tractor and trailer to pick it up. You have to haul it to the mill, which we don't have. We don't have a mill. By the time I sold it, I was only making a couple $100 a log. It was terrible. So I'm going to just take this out. I don't need it. I could use the money. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use a piece of equipment that I bought that takes the trees down, so we can clear the area that we want to clear. So let me sell that and we'll get the money out of it. Right here. Got $27,000 for that. So we're getting close to our $100,000 back. I'll leave this the way it is. And I have my lime thing here, and I need to buy, well, I need to have the ability to get my seeds and fertilizer and stuff like that. So we're going to do that. But I have a sell point here. So I was going to get rid of this, but I've decided to keep it and park some of my equipment in it. That means we can get rid of this stuff, because this stuff, I can't pick it up. I need to do Control I. Now I can sell this stuff. It's real hay and straw and stuff. So let's do that. Make a little bit more money. Right, I got $758 for that. So basically, before I even start doing anything else, I'm going to start cleaning this place up, because the cleaning I'm doing is actually making me some money. By the way, I only own one piece of property here, so I don't have a lot of room for putting farmland in, and I think I'm going to take that plow and immediately extend this field out to in here somewhere, so I get a little bit more room. Ubuntu? Yeah, I didn't use Ubuntu. When did you do this? Have you gotten any experience out of it yet? $448 for the straw. Kathy, hello, how are you? Good to have you back. How's everything in your neck of the woods today, Kathy? I hope you're doing well. Craig's in the house. Hello, Craig. So I have a version of this map that I am playing just for fun. And so I've got a pretty good idea how I want to build this farm up. And I've made a few mistakes on the test farm. Anybody that's interested in watching me testing, if they have access to my Discord, you're welcome to come over. I've been streaming on my Discord when I'm over there playing games. I started streaming. So I've been streaming this test world that I've got of this map for the last couple of days. And I've made a few mistakes that I'm going to correct. They're small things. It's the shapes, maybe the shape of a field, maybe where the field is actually located, things like that. And I got a pretty good idea where I want to put them on this farm as we're building. I'll give you a little bit of an example. On my test farm, I did what I'm doing here, and I placed a silage silo right next to this building right here. But this silo right here for the lime, in my test world, I plopped it down right here on this corner. Well, what I did was I blocked the access to the silage silo. So I have to kind of wiggle my way through here to get to it. So in this one, I actually placed the lime one out here. And it's working a little bit better out there because it's kind of out of the way. Doing good, Craig. Thank you. Hope you're doing well. So, I know Bill and Scorpion and John Tice, Stevie the farmer has asked for a Discord invite, which I gave him this morning. But I've got a few people coming over there and watching me test my games and stuff. And anybody's welcome over to my Discord. If you need an invite, let me know. If you don't have it already. Oh my God, I just kicked that bale. I forget you can kick the bale. If you line up to it and hit the right button, it kicks it. If you pick it up, then you can hit the right button and it throws it. And that's what I'm doing. I don't know if you noticed, but these silo bales, you get a lot of money for them. Watch. Let's see what I get for this. $2,244 for that one bale. Oh, you've only been working on that Linux 3 days ago? Yeah, you got some science to do there. The weather been bad? Weather's been not bad here, but we had some very warm weather for most of last week, and now we're into a rainy session. We got rain for the next 7 days. That's kind of normal around here, though. Alrighty, this is the last one, so this is cool. I get to clean my farm up and make a little bit of money as well. So what I'm going to use that for is to park some of my equipment. So there we go. Let's see, what should I do next? Alright, I was going to... This isn't ready yet. Do I even have it planted? No. Alright, so we're going to plant this field. If I can find my tractor. My one lonely tractor. Look at that truck, looks a lot better, doesn't it? There's my one lonely tractor. In actuality, I could leave this thing parked right here because when I need it, I'm going to need lime, so I'll just leave it parked right there. This is the border of my land right here, so I have to be careful about trying to build any further out that way. All right, let's go get our planter. You live with a computer whiz? That's good. That's always handy. Now, in my house, my wife is very bad with electronics. She doesn't even know how to tune her computer on. I bought her a Kindle, and she's using it for a tablet for like Facebook and reading books and stuff, and she struggles. About 2-3 times a day she comes in, how do I do this? How do you do that? And, you know, she had a flip phone because she didn't know how to use phones. I finally bought her a Galaxy S7, and she has no clue. She gets these notifications, and I'll grab her phone, and I'll say, "Oh my God, you got 100 notifications here. Don't you know how to clear these out?" "No, what are you talking about? What's a notification?" It's terrible. All right, so here's what we're going to do. I think that I can hire a worker here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to plant cotton because that's the best price, I think. Let me double check that. I may be mistaken. All right, looking at straight across here, probably at the first, right here is 1,500. I think that's oats. And then we've got canola. That's almost 2,000. So canola's good. The problem with canola, sunflower, and even to some extent soybeans is the yield is really low. So even though the price is lower than, say, wheat or barley, the yield is lower as well. So if we plant barley, you get more crop. And it could be that brings it up closer to the price of canola and sunflowers and soybeans. If we go further down the line here, you'll see that cotton is 3,000. So for the time being, I think I'm going to go with cotton. You run an Android Drudge? Yeah, that's what I do. So, you know what? I think I'm going to wait on the cotton until I get some more harvesting, or a little harvesting done. Let's see. I'm going to hire a worker here, not that way, and see if you can get this done for me. It's such a small field. I could do it myself, but I'm getting anxious to work. All right, let's go back to the garage and see what I've got here. Okay. I definitely need a new plow. Oh boy, I don't like the plows. I want to get this one, but it's 40. It's going to take almost all my money, but I'm going to do it. So I'm going to buy that, and before I do, hang on. Did I place? I think I did. I have a mod that delivers my products for me at a cost, but it's handy. So when I buy a piece of equipment, it actually delivers it to the farm in a location that I choose. And then they charge you a price for that. Hear that noise? That weird little jingle? That means it's delivered. So it should be right there. Problem is, I only have one tractor, right? But while we're waiting for the use of the tractor, let me show you my plans. Turn my speed boots on. Okay, so I don't own this field here. My property line is right here. Right on the other side of this field right here is my property line. I don't own that property to the left there. But I do own the property, like here's the property line. I'm on the property line right here. I do own it right up to this spot right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear the trees in this area, and I'm going to create a field that runs this way as far as I can get it until I get to the edge of the property again, which is right here. And I'm going to put in a field right here. And then I own this up this way a little bit, but I don't own here. This field 27 over here is going to be the next one I purchase as soon as I get some money made. And then I'm going to put a couple of fields over here as well on this hill. We got to take all these trees down on this hill here, and we'll put in. When it's all said and done, we're going to have 1, 2 fields going this way. A field on this hill right here, which I do partly own. And then another field on this side where this big clump of trees are. And then we'll have a larger field down here from about here all the way down to here and back to that tree line. So it's going to be a pretty good sized field right here. So that'll give us what? 1, 2, 3, 4. That'll give us 5 new fields. But I have to buy 27 to get those 5 fields. So first of all, I need to get some of these trees gone. Where's my machine? Where's my big machine? Uh-oh. All right, Dredge, an HP for a computer with, what's your rig? My rig, I build my own computers. I don't buy computers. I've been building them ever since PCs came out. That's what I went to school for, was computers. Although I've never worked in the field outside of. I used to install network systems with NetWare, a company called NetWare. But I build my own PCs. Currently, I've got an AMD Threadripper that I'm using. All right, this machine here will take these trees down. Let me turn it off. It's loud. Okay, this machine here will take the trees down. That's all it does. It'll take the trees down and it'll take the stump out for me. That's all it does. I don't get anything for it. I don't get chips, wood chips. I don't get paid for the tree. All it does is clear the property. And I chose to do that because, as I told you earlier when I first started, on my test world, I was taking my chainsaw and cutting all these trees down, taking the limbs off, cutting them to size, and putting them through the wood chipper that was right here. I was getting nothing for it. I was getting like $85. Maybe with a big log, I was getting a couple hundred. But the problem was the amount of work and time, and I had to either physically carry them over there, because I was clearing trees out way down here and having to carry them all the way back by hand until I could afford to buy a truck and trailer, and it was not worth it. I decided I'd rather use this and not make any money at all, just clear the property, because the money I'm going to get back from clearing the property and putting a harvest in, a crop harvest, is way more than what I'd make selling these silly trees. So I choose to do it this way. Okay, it takes a tree down and then it takes a stump down. So that's what it does. And I'm going to go out where I want to fix my field up and clear that out. Uh-oh, trouble, 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 trouble. We got trouble in River City. All right. Sorry, I had to fire somebody. We're going to do this the Rudeman way. Here's the Rudeman way. Unhook the seeder, you say. Hook up to the plow and move it with the tractor, you say. No, the Rudeman way is to get it out of the way. There, that was much easier. It's fun to play the Rudeman way. All right, now we can go back to work. Now, these bushes that are around the farm, we're going to clean that up. And if you've never done landscaping before, I'll show you how to do it. Oh, I don't own this land. Remember I told you the property line was a little closer to that field right there? So I can't do that one. But I can do this one. Now, if you look real close, let's get back. Do you see where there's an outline of a road kind of that goes that way? You can see it in the distance where it doesn't render the grass. There's a road that comes through here. Now, I don't have to use that road, but I chose to use the existing road to separate my fields. So we're going to fix that, and I'll show you how to do that when I start doing the landscaping. There's John. Hello, John. Hope you're doing well today. Nathaniel, I have a challenge for you. $5 million and no cheating equipment and 1 cow, 1 pig, and 1 sheep. Oh, that's funny. I could work with that. All right, that tree is real close to my border, so I don't think I can get it. Nope, I can't. It's in field. It's in Farm Plat 27, so I don't have to worry about that one. So here's the borderline for my property. So that hill right there, eventually there's going to be a field there. Excuse me. I'm going to put one there, but it's going to be very small. So let me get back up here and work this. Property line on this one is right about here. And I'm going to show you how I'm going to determine the property line. But there's a couple of trees on the end here I want to get rid of. Would be there forever. Yeah, I'm right on the property line. I don't know if I can get these trees, but I'm going to try. I'm going to take that one for sure. I actually think that one was off my property. This one I think is okay, but I'm not sure. Then we'll get the stump. I think that's it. Now, if I'm on the property line with this, turn it off, I talk. If I'm on the property line with this piece of equipment, the cutter on it is actually extended. And I think it figures the center of the rig as where it notices that I'm on the border. So if I cross the border with the front end, I might be able to get that tree. Let's find out. See, I'm on the border. I'm past the border now. Yeah, see, I'm right there. I'm right on it. But it let me take it. All right. Oh, it didn't get the stump though. It's not going to get the stump. Let me lower the grader. See if I can get that there. All right, we got it. Okay, we got it. All right, now I gotta get my plow down here. Let me park this. Let me show you how I am going to tell where my border's at. I do it with a lawnmower. Now this is a cheaty lawnmower, and I know it is. I'm admitting it right now. This is a cheating lawnmower, but it's what I'm using. So there. If you don't like it, sue me. There is another little road that I'm going to put in right through here. You can see a path there. But I'm going to put a road through here to get from my farm to the fields that are going to be right in that area right there. That's a story for another live stream, I think. I don't think I'll get that far today. Depends on how much money I can make. See the road? There's a road right here. And we're going to use it. And it meets up with this other road out here. Right in here that we're going to use. But let me show you how I'm going to determine where my borders are. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start mowing the grass, and it will stop when I get to the border. Alright, so let's... The rig was already lowered. Let's start it on. See how cheaty this is? Look how far it mows. It mows way, way wide. Look at that. Look at that. This is cheaty. It mows farther on the left than it does on the right. It's cheaty as all get out. But the thing is when I get to my border, it will stop. And it'll say that I can't go any further. All right, right there. Okay, there's my border. Now when I get my plow, I'll be able to tell where my border's at. Let me turn the mower off, because if you, with this mower, if I leave the mower running and I turn, it will let it mow off of my property. I don't want to do that because I want to know where my property line is at. So I'm not going to go that way with it. So I'm going to come back in over here, well into my property, and find out where the line is. Alright, so let's start the mower back up again. And it'll tell me when I get to my property line. There, I've hit it right there. So now I can take that information and I can use it to tell where my field should be. I know I've got a property line right there, and I can set my plow on it, or close to it. And then I know where the property line is going that way, which means I may have to take another one of these trees out. Right there, that one. I need to take that tree out, and then the corner of my field's going to be right in here. Of course, I don't want right on the property line, so I'll pull back a little bit, and I'll start maybe from, so where's the property line? All right, what I'm trying to say is, I don't want my field that I'm going to plow right on the property line. So what I'll do is come away from the property line a couple of feet, and then plow. So I've got a little bit of wiggle room here. But I need to find out where the property line is on the other end. So wrong machine. Let's run and do that. It has to be a Walker farm? That's funny. All right, let me get down here and see how far I can actually go. All right, so there's the property line that way. So I can make a pretty good sized field here. But remember, I want to stay away from this road right here. So, oh, what's this guy doing? This thing's got a bug in it. Did you see that lawnmower starting to go wiggle left and right? There's a bug in it. I used this thing over and over and over and never had that problem. Then all of a sudden it starts rocking and rolling. If the lawnmower's rocking, don't bother knocking. Yeah, Windows will do that. How long have you had the Windows installed? How on that PC? How long? Yeah, even after you reinstalled it? Okay. That's a problem then. But maybe you need to do a BIOS upgrade or something. Well, you got Linux in there now. Wonder if I can get this one. I'm really pushing it on that border. Try that one. I think I'm about as far as I can get. I don't think I can get that one. Maybe I can. Okay, the sooner I can get the plow running, the sooner I can get a big field and get it planted and start making some big money. Big money. And then we got some landscaping to do. I get so carried away. I got so many plans, so many things I want to do, and I want to do them all at once. And I overwhelm myself. Which is the front and which is the back? I think this is the front. This plow's not much to look at, but does a good job, and it's not too awful large, so I can use it on small fields and all that kind of thing. And it works much better than that plow. Which reminds me, I should probably just sell that one. Because I'm not going to use it. Slowly getting my money back. That thing's making me money. If you weren't here at the start of the stream, I sold the old broken windmill, and I bought that windmill, and I spent $17,000 for it. And you go, oh my God, you didn't have $17,000 to spend. I know I didn't, but this windmill will make me $500 per hour, so I'll get that $17,000 back before too awful long. Okay, now the trick to mowing the lawn to find out where your boundaries is, the lawn's going to grow back pretty quick. So let me turn my time down so it doesn't grow very fast. And then we'll try to figure out where we need to put this thing. And again, I don't want to be right on the boundary. I want to be down off the boundary just a little bit, so give myself a little wiggle room. I'm going to come down here and leave myself a little space to the left. And then, let's see here. What have I done? What did I do? All right. You know what I did? I did not put GPS on this. I need GPS. I gotta go do that. Linux kicked Windows off. I always dual booted mine. Overshot that one, didn't I? All right, we're gonna put GPS on this little bad boy. And the next time I buy equipment, I'm going to make sure GPS is on it. Let's repair it while we're here. And then let's customize it. I think it's already gotten the biggest engine. Yeah, it does. Biggest it's going to get. I don't care if it's got front end loader on it. I don't care about the wheels. I do want a GPS system on it, though. Oh my God, $15,000 just for GPS. Whoa, speed boots, they work good. All right, we got GPS. Yep, heck with Microsoft. Microsoft is the bane of existence. Scorpion's here. Okay, so I started using GPS. I've had it for the longest time, and I haven't been using it, and I decided I better. It makes it a lot easier, especially on this map when you're creating so many fields. You got to know where you're at, and if you're even going in a straight line. And I'm terrible about straight lines. I couldn't walk a straight line if my life depended on it. So we're going to use GPS, and I set it up with hotkeys. So that turns it on. If you look in the right-hand corner, right above the speedometer, you'll see there's a picture of a little satellite, a space satellite, and it's green. Now it's not. Now it's green. Now it's not. That's on and off. So I'm going to turn the satellite on, and then I'm going to open up the menu. And what we're going to do, let me check. Base group. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that it has auto width, which it does, but let's just double make sure that it does. And then it put in a offset. I don't want an offset. So it's 36 feet. And there is an offset. I don't want the offset, so I'm going to do this to take the offset away. Or did it? Maybe it didn't. I hate that. All right, let's not worry about that. Okay, so anyway, you set the auto width. That's the first thing you got to do. And then when you get out, you have to set your course. So if I do that, you can't see, but right there, see that letter A that's floating in the middle down there? That lets you know that you're in the right setting. And then when you drive forward, it starts taking care of that. You drive forward a little bit, and then you hit it. Oh, you know what I didn't do? Let me hit it again. I'm going to hit that button again, and that's going to set our course. See the A down below? Set it again, and now the A went away. But here's what you're not seeing. I forgot to turn the lines off. I need to show the lines. Okay, there's the lines. That's what you couldn't see before. Now the one in the middle is your line that your tractor's going to drive on. The one on the left and right is the width of your piece of equipment. So that's set now for the guidance. And once that's set, I can open the menu back up. I can come in here, and I can change the name to plow, not plock. I'm not Klingon. Plow. And then I'm going to add that. So now that's in there. And now if I set a course for the combine, I set a course for a seeder, I set a course for any other piece of equipment, I can save them in the base group here. And when I'm on the plow, I will just select plow, and it'll have it all set up for me. All right, so there we go. There's more to the GPS than that, but we're just going to use that for now. So what I want to do is I want to use the GPS to start this side of the field. So there's another button. If you look over to the right, you're going to see where the satellite is green. Underneath that is a steering wheel. That means that the GPS is functional, but it's not turned on for use right at the moment. So if I hit the other button, now I am set up to use it. And notice that I pulled off the line a little bit. See that center line? My tractor's just to the left of it. Now that I've set it up, that line turned green in color. And now my tractor will go over and center on it. All right, so I'm going to drop the plow, and that's going to be my first line. Maybe. You know what I forgot to do? You guys are screaming, you didn't set it up to make a field. No, I didn't, did I? All right, so Y, I think it is. Okay, up above where it says Y, it also says allow create fields. I was plowing, but it wouldn't let me do it because I didn't have it set to create a field. So now it is set to create a field. And I can start over again, but make sure I turn the GPS on. Okay, that's going to be my first line, but I need to watch because I don't want to go past the border. Now, this is a decent plow, and it's not a bad tractor, but you can see that it's very slow. But it does a good job. Okay, so I don't want to go too far. I'm going to stop right about there. Let's raise the plow up. Now, I need to start going that way, right, to make the other side. But the course that I set up for course play is going this way. And I need it to be going this way. So what you do is open the menu back up again. And right here there's a 90-degree button. You hit that, and it switched it. Now the GPS is going the other way. But we don't know where we're supposed to be because of that border trick I did with the lawnmower. That's going to show us where we need to be, and it might be set up okay for that. Now that I'm looking at it, yeah, it's not bad. All right, we're going to leave it right where it's at, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it on, lower the plow, and we're going to make a corner out of that up there. Make a run for the border. Yeah, that's what you do when you get a bad burrito. Did you hear the GPS go beep beep? It's because I got to the end of the mowed part and it thought that was the end of my field. But it's not. Fred Young's in the house. Hey Fred, how's it going? Okay, this is going to be our first corner. And you might wonder why I'm going through this much trouble. Because I want it to look nice. I don't want an ugly farm. I bought an ugly farm. I want it to be nice. I want it to look nice and square and blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? Okay, so now we got to figure out how far we can go the other way. How far can we go this way? So we know where our border's at. Let me set the GPS again. Drop the plow. When you're an ugly farmer, you want a pretty farm. I'm drinking tea today. I've had a tough day. My first cup of tea I only got an hour ago. I usually have a cup of tea when I get up. Didn't do it today. Okay, so I don't want to go all the way to the border because it causes problems. Eventually, I'm going to own that piece of property up there and we'll extend the field, but not today, or well, at least not right now. So let's pick that up. Now, there's a road there, and I want to use that road, and that means that I'm going to have a pretty narrow field here, because I don't want. Okay, if you see where the road goes, it curves. And so I don't want a curved field. I want a square field. So that means I want to go to where the road is. And figure out how far I want this thing to run. All right, so see, that's going to plow into the road. I don't want to plow into the road. All right, so let me show you what you do. I got my course set up, but notice that the center line is way left of my tractor. So if you hit Alt, if you hit the left Alt key and the page up or the page down, you can move those lines, see? And I can use the same course, but I can readjust where it's going to be. So you take that middle line, that white line, and put it right in the center of your tractor. And now you see that the two left and right are well within the width of the plow. So now I can turn my GPS back on, and I'm ready to go again. So I'm not using all the land because it curves off with the road, but I don't care. I want it to look good. Well, that's cool, Scorpion. Left Alt N, that's the one that switches at 90 degrees too, isn't it? Now, you're going to say, oh my God, Rudy, you screwed up. You went too far on that. Because see, it's not matching up with the corner. What am I going to do? Here you wanted a pretty farm and it's ugly because it's already got a mistake in it. Sucks to be me, I guess, huh? I'm going to fix it. Give me a minute. We'll fix it. First off, though, we're going to start this guy down the road again. All right, so let's stop this. Turn the tractor off, get out. All right, I'm going to do some landscaping now. This is how I'm going to fix that. I screwed up. I started too far down the road because I forgot that there was a curve in the road here. So we're going to go to landscaping, and you do that through the what do they call this? Where you buy stuff. The store. You go into the store here, and you go over here to landscaping, and then we're going to go to painting. And when we switch to painting, see all that brush and stuff? I don't like that. That's a mess. I want just grass, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to change that. Down in the lower right-hand corner, you got the size of the brush, and you've also got ground type, and it's set right now on dirt, I think. We're going to tab till we get to grass. Okay, there's grass. Now there's different kinds of grass. There's just regular grass, and then there's grass like there is over the road. Notice that the grass over the road, it kind of looks like real sparse grass. So they got different kinds of grass, but all you do now is just paint. I'm just holding the mouse key down and I'm painting grass in here. Now you have to be careful because if I did it right here, it would take my road away. And I don't want to do that, so I'm just going to kind of slowly kind of work this thing around and kind of take that brushy junk out of there. Now it doesn't take trees down, so you can go in there as hard as you want. You're not going to change anything. Now notice it's not changing over here because I don't own that. We can fix that, but do not own this land. I don't own the land that my field is on. Give me a break. Yeah, you can fix that. Let's see. Let me fix that. If you go into Global Company, you can activate Extended Placeable. What that means is that allows you to place something anywhere you want, even if it's on property that you don't own. So if I wanted to put a milk dairy in someplace, but I don't own the property, but there's a perfect place for the dairy, I can click that and I can place it on the property even though I don't own it. So we're going to click on that. And now we can go back and I can actually clean up the area that doesn't belong to me. So we're still on grass. I can do this now. Now I can go over here and clean that up. What this is doing is it's replacing the grass that's in here with a different grass. It's placing regular grass without the bushes in it. So I'm going to kind of go down this way. Now I got to be careful because if I go over here, I'll be ruining my field. So I have to be real slow and careful here. And if you have to, you can change the size of that green globe. You can change it down smaller so you can do some finer detail. Oh shoot, see, I got into my field a little bit. I don't care. It's not a game killer. Alright, so that's how you do it, and that's how I'm going to put my road in that I want. Okay. Jonathan Mortimer's in the house. Hey, Jonathan. Andy. Hello, Andy. Bought the engine out of a 72 Chevy, $900. It's a 427 big block V8. That's a powerhouse. All right, so now that I'm landscaping, I might as well put this in. So now I'm going to tab over and get off grass and get onto gravel. You can choose what you want your road to be made of. I'm making mine out of gravel. You can make it out of stone. You can put it. You can put a dirt road in, but I'm just going to do this and kind of make kind of a road. It's kind of a path road kind of a thing. And we'll just keep doing that. Turn my camera angle a little more. So it's not square edged or anything, but that's all right. I don't really care. It's just a gravel path. You know what I mean? If you were putting gravel down, you'd have to put some kind of wooden border on it to make the gravel, keep the gravel, you know, from moving, so that it didn't look square and everything like that. No big deal to me. This is fine. This is wonderful. Okay. Now I'm not going to go any further because I don't own the property beyond here, and I don't know how I'm going to, you know, what I'm going to do, because I think there's going to be a field going this way and there's going to be a field up here. So I'm going to probably do something different with the road. So let's just wait. I'm going to stop it there, and I'll finish cleaning up this junk later. But you notice it's looking better already with all that kind of cleaned up. So we'll fix it all later. I want to finish this field because I need money. So, I started this for a reason, didn't I? We're going to go back here and change it back to grass, because everybody likes grass. Let me tab back over to the first grass, and now I'm just going to clean this up like this. That'll fix it. That'll fix my little boo-boo. There we go. All fixed. All better. And we'll jump back on the tractor and keep working because I want to get this field going. What? Can hear the concentration? Yeah, kind of does. All right, turn my GPS back on, and we're off like a herd of turtles. So we got more people in. How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody's doing well. Kathy, are you still with us? I hope you're doing really well this afternoon. Oh, shoot. That didn't work very good. Sorry, I was reading the chats. Don't mind you, you're talking about me. Yeah, I don't know about that, guys. Jonathan's doing okay, that's good. All right, I'm going to stop it here before I get too far. And I want that to match up, so I'm going to stop it right there. And I'm going to continue doing this way before I switch the GPS 90 degrees, which we're going to do here in a minute. Bang, bang. I can't start a Mountain Dew before I finish the tea. Thanks, Fred. You know, that's the problem with the delay. I've already, I've already forgot to turn it on by the time you guys see it and yell at me. I like the GPS that makes the actual noises from a GPS. Although the GPS in 19 doesn't work as good as it did in 17. It sounds like Pac-Man to me. All right, so we're going to fix this little area. So I got to be very careful and put that plow down right where I need it. And it actually plows a little bit beyond the plow. So let me drop it there and see what it does. Yeah, see? It messed it up a little bit. It messed it up just very slightly, but not bad enough to make it worth, you know, messing with. Here we go. Yeah, the GPS. And the GPS in the other game worked, in my opinion, worked a little better as well, I think. But then didn't everything worked better? So this is going to represent the first field that we got to make on our new farm from scratch, by clearing the land, doing all the work. Alright, so now I'm going to go back in. I'm going to switch it back 90 degrees. Now I don't have to do this. There is there's a set of keys you can use. I can use left control end, and it'll flip that for me. It's pretty easy if I do. I'll do it right now. Left control end, see, it just switches it back and forth all the way around. Like that. So let's fix this up though. I want to be right on the edge here. I want to be like right about there, I think. And then Scorpion says that if I hit Control and page down, that didn't work. Alt end. That didn't work. Well, didn't work for me. I'm doing something wrong. Alright, we go with that right there. Turn it on. You turn it on by talking dirty to it, actually. Oh, honey, please. Oh, baby. Talk dirty to it, turn it on. Now, we're a little close to the road here, but that's okay. I wanted as much of a field as I could get, so we're going to live with it. There we go. Our first field is ready to... Oh, not quite. Somebody goofed up. Who did that? Andy? You missed a spot. Guess I could turn the GPS off. Alt home, okay. Too late now. Is it the whole? Is it the whole engine, or just the block? Here's the bad part. I need a new seeder. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to lease one until I can afford to buy it. Because I'm not going to continue using that little bitty seeder. Man, I need a spray rig. I need a bunch of equipment. First of all, I probably have some seed and fertilizer in that thing that I'm going to want. So, let's get out here. Dump the seed and fertilizer out. Oh, lordy lord. Okay, so I'm going to sell this seeder. Go to the garage. Sell that. Okay, and then go back to the garage. Find myself a planter. I'm going to get the smallest one of the John Deeres. We've got the John Deere DB60, DB90, and the 120. This one is huge. This is actually the widest one I've got for any seeder or planter in the game. This is the widest one. That isn't a fake mod. So we're gonna go with the small one here for now. Eventually, if I get some very large fields, I'll switch. But at this point, I'm not gonna have very large fields because I'm only buying a piece of land at a time. So design, we're going to do the smart choice boxes. We're going to do the refuse tank on the top. These are just cosmetic. You know, I wouldn't have to do that if I'm just leasing it. How much does that change the lease? It does change the lease a little bit. All right, I'm going to go with the plain Jane. I'll fix it up when I actually buy it, and then you can change the wheels to heavy duty track wheels. I'm just gonna go with this. I just need a seeder. I'm just gonna lease it. Cheapest way I can get it. Hey, Miss Nelson's in the house. I'm not sure. I haven't heard from him for a minute or two. But Metallic, he comes and goes. He's generally on his phone, and he's usually doing stuff around the house. So he's either kind of watching or listening, but he's not always able to talk right away. All right, so I don't want the fertilizer because I'm gonna put something else in here. So let's do this. Let me get out of the tractor, turn the engine off because I don't want to waste fuel. We're going to go in here and do a little bit more landscaping. And what I want to do is clean up the area where I want to put my seeds and fertilizer and that kind of stuff-a-doodle-doo. This area right here needs to be cleaned up, so we're going to do that right now. Get this all cleaned up, and then I'm going to put my fertilizer and stuff right in this area here, so it's kind of in line here. If I bring my piece of equipment in, I can just drive in here right next to it. Eventually, I'm going to put in the huge silos, but this is a small farm. I don't worry too much about that. Just want to kind of clean it up here. And I want to put in, is that a shrub right there? What is that? I think I just messed it up. Oh well. I can fix it later. I think I just messed it up. I did something I thought was a piece of brush and it was probably a shadow. But, you know, only the shadow knows. Okay. Let's finish cleaning this up here a little bit. Right here. It's like giving somebody a haircut. Oh, you missed a spot. You just dug a big hole inside of my head with the clippers. Had that before. Thank God my hair grows fast. Plus my hair's real thick and wiry. I can just kind of fill it in. Woohoo! Look, these pipes are clean. It's real easy to miss some stuff when you do it. When you're doing this. See that? I didn't even see that. Those little red things right there. Huh. Alright, let's get this spot in the middle here. Clean this all up. Alright, good enough government work for the time being. Now, let's see. I need to spend some money if I have any. Let's go back in here. And we're going to go into miscellaneous. Eventually, I'll put these silos in. But right now, it's just a little family farm. And so I'm going to use these. We'll put the seeds in first. Let me flip my camera around here so I can see what I'm doing. I'm going to put the seeds in first. And let's just put... I don't want to get too close to where we're going to be if we come in for water. So maybe right about there. Seeds. I want herbicide next. Herbicide. Now, I don't want them too close together. We'll put it a little bit further apart here. And maybe right about there. And then fertilizer, regular fertilizer. And we'll put it right next to the herbicide. And then, lastly, we'll put in the liquid fertilizer. And we'll put that in right about there. All right. Okay. Dun, da, 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 da. Let's see here. Silos. No, not silos. Global whatcha-dinger. I want to see how much the fermenting silo. 50,000. Oh, we barely have enough money for that. I want to get it. I know. But this is something I can make money with while I'm in between harvests. And so it might or might not be worth doing. I don't know. But I'm going to do it. So I'm going to butt this right up against this other building here. And right about in here. Okay. There's that. Now, that took all my money, right? But I haven't borrowed any money. I didn't borrow any money for this map. So I don't have a loan. So this will be okay. Because I'm going to start throwing... I've got that lawnmower. I'm going to start throwing grass in there to make silage. And then I'll sell the silage for... I'm not going to say big money, but we'll sell it for money. Okay, which one of those... I think that seed's there. Yes, it says it is. Okay, I'm gonna go for those seeds. Let me open up the tank here. Yeah, Andy, I can cut the grass. I can cut the cheese too, but that's not polite in mixed company. Alright, let's get that. And I don't want fertilizer in there. So I'm going to leave that fertilizer where it sets for the moment. Because I want to do herbicide. If I do herbicide when I seed, then I don't have to herbicide later. And then but I might have to fertilize later. So I don't want to have to do both. So I would rather herbicide first, because then the weeds are dead before it gets to the harvest time. Because I hate going out in my field and harvesting with a bunch of dead weeds in it. I don't know if anybody else is like that or not, but it bugs me. I get all bug bunny out of it. Boy, there goes my money. Oh my goodness. I'm not going to have enough money. Oh, I may have to borrow money just for seed. Hey, Wayne. Oh, I'm having a lot of fun with it. All right, now there's more people coming in. I want to mention again that I'm in my Discord now. For those of you that have access to the Discord, I'm in it. I've been in it pretty constant for the last 2 days, and I'm playing test maps and stuff in there. And if you want to join me, anybody's welcome that wants to get on the Discord. And I've been streaming my test maps, so I've got a test of this particular map going that I played for 2 days now. I'm quite advanced in there. And it's giving me ideas of what I want to do during the live stream here. I need to borrow some money. Dang it. I didn't want to borrow money, but do I have anything to sell? Is there anything I can sell? Oh, I can sell that. I'm not going to use it for a while. I am not going to use that for a while. I think I'm going to sell this because this got crops in it. I'm not going to use this. I'm going to put a Maurice in right in here, but I'm not storing anything right now because I need to sell it because I don't have any money. Let me sell my silo. See, I get 6,000 worth of wheat, 3,000 worth of barley, 12,000 worth of oats, plus the whatever I get for the silo itself. It sells all that stuff for you. And now I've got money to finish up here. That's great. That's wonderful. I'm not going to need all that herbicide, so let me put some seeds in here. All right, where am I at? Me? Artistic? Yeah, right. I've got artistic bone in my body. You know how when you look through magazines and somebody shows how they decorated their kitchen or their living room or their entire house or whatever, and you go, oh my God, that looks so nice. And then Carol and I will go out and we'll start putting stuff together to see if we can fix our house up to look like that. And then we take a picture and it looks like somebody's ghetto. It looks like something you just walked into a yard sale or something. I said, how in the hell did they do that? We're just terrible at it. I can't do it. Well, at first, it's on my Discord that we're streaming. At first, I didn't want to do it because I told Scorpion, I don't want to stream if I'm not getting paid for it. Yeah, doesn't that sound just like me? I was kidding, of course. But I'm inviting anybody over to my Discord. I've neglected you guys for so long on my Discord. Bill's been in there in the last few days. John's in here. John was on the other night. I think last night. John Tice was in. Bill was in. Scorpion's been in. Did I miss somebody? Somebody else was in. But Andy popped in one night, and before we could even say anything, he was gone again. What happened, Andy? It was late at night, and I was surprised to see you. As a matter of fact, I didn't see you. Somebody yelled, "Oh, there was somebody named Andy just popped in." And so when I looked, it was Andy, but he didn't stay very long. But you're all welcome. You can come in and talk to me while I'm working. Keep me company. And I won't be live streaming just farming. I'm going to be in there live streaming if I'm playing Elite Dangerous or Minecraft or whatever I'm doing. It's basically my test worlds that I play on. And I call them a test world because when I'm playing and not recording, I'm playing for fun. I never get to play for fun. Every time I play a game, I'm recording or live streaming, and it's work. And it really is a lot of work. So, if I'm playing in Discord, I'm playing for fun, but I call it testing because I learn things while I'm playing, and consequently, this field that you just saw me build, in my test world, I didn't build it this way. I built it terribly. I built it so bad that you couldn't go in a straight line. It was awful. And I didn't know exactly where to put it. I didn't know where I was going to put my my road. And so I learned from that. That's why I call it my test world. Your headset wasn't set up? That's okay, Andy. I was just giving you a bad time. All right. Now, getting back to GPS, I turned it on. And we're going to go here. And now we've got a different piece of equipment. So first of all, we can go in here. The first thing you need to do again is set the auto width, which we did. And then you need to watch for the offset. Right now it says the offset 0, so we're probably okay. And then if we back out of that, and I have to set this piece of equipment, so I'm going to do that. All right. Oh, shoot. What did I do? The A's clear back there. How'd the A get clear over there? That ain't right. That's not right. What did I do? I did something wrong. All right, we're going to do this different. I think I hit the button too many times. That's what I think. Let's line it up this way. I'm gonna go this way. Piece of junk. Okay. Then I'm gonna hit it again. There's my test pattern. That's not what it's called, but that's what I'm calling it. Once you get all that set up, then we can go in and save this. Yeah, I hit it too many times. I got Elvis finger and just started spamming the button. Thank you very much, Elvis. All right, so let me line up where I want to be. Line up right about cheer. All right, we're going to line up right about cheer. And then straighten it out a little bit. All right. Now, I need to, you said Alt, Home. There we go. Alt, Home, and Page Up. That centered it for me. And then we're going to back up. Now that that's done, I can go back in here, go to this snaky thing, and take out plow and put in John Deere DB60. Enter and save it right there, and that adds it in there. Now the next time I use a seeder, all I have to do is come in here and click on that, and everything's set for me. Ain't that sweet? And we're off like a herd of turtles. Called an AV line? I don't want to call it an AV line. That sounds funny. It's a Navy line, you say. It tells you in the thing what it is, the menu. If you look, I'll show you. Here's what Fred's talking about. If you go in the menu, and you'll see that there's a AB line, AB straight, and you can set the A and you can set the B. There you go. Anyway, that's too much work for me. And you know, I can't call something what it is. I have to make. Why do you think I call the mower the Enterprise? I don't remember what the hell it is. It looks like the Enterprise to me, so that's what I call it. You don't want to know what I hear what I call Scorpion, because I can't remember what his name is. All right, here we go. I'm wasting seed here. You just punching buttons and it worked, eh? You sound like Bethesda. It just works. Of course, with the Bethesda, it doesn't just work. I wonder if I can get that one tree. Did I try that one tree sitting there? I think I did. Now, if you're really lazy and you don't want to hit the accelerator, you can just hit the cruise control, which I just did. And then I can put my controller down and grab my cup of tea and thoroughly enjoy it until I get to the end. There is a way that you can make it stop at the end. Right now, what it'll do when you get to the end is it'll go beep, beep. And then you know you're getting close. And then you can manually stop it. Turn everything off. Now, if you go in the menu, there's a way to stop it at the end. And let's see. It's down here. The headland act distant. The headland means when you're getting to the edge of your field. It'll beep when it gets within 9 meters. This is the headland mode on or off. And so if you put that on, it will stop now when it gets to the end of the field. And it'll still beep, but then it'll stop when it gets to the end of the field automatically. So if you've got cruise control set, it'll turn itself off when it gets to the end of the field. That's handy, but it's a pain in the butt. All righty now. Got our field all ready to go. Let's fold up the seeder. This is actually called the planter. It's not a bag of peanuts either. Okay, now I'm missing some equipment that I'm going to have to lease. And what I did in my test world is I just kept leasing equipment until I had enough money to actually buy that piece of equipment. Then I would trade the lease in and purchase it. Then I'd work on the next piece and the next piece and the next piece until eventually I had all the equipment paid for. And here I put that silo in, but I don't have grass in it. So let's mow some grass. Oh, secret that I didn't do. When I did this in my test world, I did it right. When I decided to put a field in here, I came in and mowed all the grass first, so I get paid for the grass. And I didn't do that this time. So that might be something you want to do, is get all the grass mowed. The reason I didn't do it this time is I was using the grass mower to judge where the border of my land was. And I didn't want to mess that up. For any of you that use this particular mod, I love this mod, by the way, this little mower. I just love it. If you're using this one, be aware that when the mower gets full of grass, it keeps mowing. So watch when it's full and stop mowing, because any grass that you pick up after it's full, you don't get. You just lost it. So I wish it had a beeper on it when it got full. That'd be nice. But it don't. Start making some silage for sale. Silage for sale or rent. Rooms to let 50 cents. Now, see that patch right there of grass? When I was landscaping, I thought I had cleared it all out, but obviously those are places I missed. Short, but not too big around. Okay, how come it's not mowing? What did I do? Why is it not mowing? Fold mower, hire worker, turn off. It says it's on. Maybe that's not cuttable grass or something. I don't know. Oh well. That's all I need to do for now. I need to get a sprayer. So let's do that. And I'm just going to get the smallest one I can find. So spray rigs, where's I always get lost in here. I can't find anything. I went by it 10 times, you want to bet? Crop protection. See, I'm looking for sprayers instead of crop protection. I almost bought this the other day, not realizing all this is a tank. This is the one I want. Well, it's not the one I want, but it's the one I can afford, so we're going to get that one. Alrighty. We had some really nice weather lately, and it turned kind of cold and wet. For the next week, we've got rain and clouds and all that kind of good stuff. All right, we're going to put some liquid fertilizer in here. Now this little thing, you have to, before you can put the stuff in, see that little black area right on the tank, right there, behind the tire, right behind the tire, right there. That little black area, that's your lid. That's what you have to open up to get your seeds. I didn't know that. Yep, Oregon's back to normal. Cold and wet. See, I wasn't aware. Somebody told me this was an alien gym map. I didn't know that. If I'd have known that, I'd have been playing it from the get-go. I'm going to blame Jim for that. It's his own fault. He needs to tell me when he's got a new map out. Oh, wait a minute. This is probably the first one that's going to need... I think that's all weeds right there. I did plant that, didn't I? I think I did. All right, wheat growing 50% fertilized, 100% weeded. 100% weeded? Okay. No. It's 100% that it has weeds. It's going to have weeds on it. Oh, man. All right, let's see here. 0% weed. I can mow the weeds. I can mow the weeds. Somebody left my lawnmower on. Did you see? I didn't know I could mow the weeds. Hell, I don't have to spray anymore. This thing mows wider than that sprayer sprays. That'd be cheating, though, wouldn't it? It might be cheating, I don't know. That's a lot easier than spraying. I get the whole damn field. Well, I don't have to herbicide no more. And I get grass credit for it. Did you see that? The lawnmower's got grass in it now. Gotta love it. That's sweet. Okay, so now I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do. In my test world, I started a field on this hill right here on property that I do own. The problem is it's a very small field. Very small. Scorpion. If you notice, I do own this property to the right here, but the problem with this rock formation and that other rock formation over there, I can't really start the field until about here. And then if you notice, there's my boundary right there. So it's going to be a very small strip, which is not bad, because I'm going to eventually buy that property next door, and then I'll be able to extend the field that way. So it's not a bad thing, and it gives me a little patch of land to work in the meantime. And every little bit helps, right? Can't do that on the Xbox. Yeah. feel bad for you, buddy, but I don't know. Okay, so let me take that tree out. I don't want to take these trees out. It's part of the main farm. That's not. I don't want to farm right up to the lake. I want to have some forest, but I think I might take this little edge work off here. These stragglers that are out here. So we're just giving the forest a little bit of a trim. Don't want to go too crazy. I love this piece of equipment. It does a good job. A bit more manscaping. Did you see the what? What do you mean I don't have? Oh, am I on 27? Oh, I wonder if I can get it from the side. See if you can get the better share of your equipment on your side of the border. It doesn't care what the grinder's doing. So if I get it from this angle, I might be able to get it. Maybe. I don't have access. Let me get on my side. I think if I get on my side. Did you see that they have a new term now? The feminists have a new term called manspreading, and it comes from when a man sits down and he's got his knees wide apart. They call that manspreading. Now, this is not going to work. They call that manspreading, and they say that men do it on purpose because they want to take up the most room that they're able to take up physically. And they're doing it on purpose. I know why I'm doing it. I got something between my legs and it hurts when I sit on it. I know, too much information, I'm sorry. I don't know where these people get all this stuff. Do they stay up late at night thinking about junk like that? Why does a man sit the way he does? Well, because he's trying to take up more room than women do. I don't get it. What's the deal? I tell you, people nowadays are just going nuts. Well, I was watching it. I was watching a video of it because this woman was making, another woman was making fun of it. I watched this woman from Australia, and she has what she calls SJW fails, where she'll do a video of these social justice warrior people that do something, and it's a complete idiotic failure. And then she'll make a video of it, kind of making fun of it. And this is where I saw this, and I thought, I would never have even. Do people even think that way? I'm so confused nowadays with what's going on between men and women. I don't get it. mean, you know, I was taught when I was a kid that you stand up when a woman came in the room, you stood up. If she was going to sit in a chair like the kitchen table, you'd stand up and move the chair for her and hold it. If you're in a car, you would open the car door for her to get in and out. And now the women say that men do it because they're dominant. I did it because if I didn't do it, my mom would beat the holy snot out of me because I wasn't a gentleman. I just don't understand. All right, I need to wait until this crop is in a growth pattern before I can fertilize. But what else can I do? Oh, I only have one tractor. I need a new tractor. That's going to be the next thing I buy. Scorpion, you're worse than I am. I didn't mean to get on that subject. It's just something that kind of bothers me, the way people are nowadays. I just don't understand. Like, I keep thinking about that guy that, well, can't we all just get along? And how we laughed at that. But seriously, can't we all just get along? I don't get it. Oh, I can tell you that I've gotten in trouble for it. I've told this story before. Anybody that's been around has heard it around me. I was at a formal dinner. I used to work for the government. I was at a formal dinner where I had a speaking engagement at it, representing the department that I worked for. And it was formal. I was in a tuxedo. We were sitting at a table with, I think, at least 3 or 4 other couples, and there was a lady there by herself, and the rest of us were couples. And she got up to go to the powder room, I guess, and I did what I've been trained to do from the time I was a young man, and I stood up for her. She threw a fit. She laid into me like I did something really, really bad. She just started cussing me up one side and down the other. That I defended her. And I did basically the same thing I just said. I looked at her and I said, I won't apologize for what I did because my mom taught me to be a gentleman, and she taught me that women should be respected. I didn't do it because I'm dominant. I didn't say that. I just said because my mom said it was showing respect, and women and ladies need to be respected. And if my mom was here right now and I hadn't stood up, she'd have boxed my ears. And so I said, so I'm not going to apologize to that. I would rather offend you than offend my mother. And I sat back down. That's all I said. And of course, as she walked away, the whole table was clapping and cheering. Even a couple tables over that heard it was clapping and cheering. Don't get it. All right, so I'm going to make a field here, but I want to make sure it's square. So let me turn my GPS on. I didn't want that. Oh, it's already on. Okay, so let me go back to the plow. That's why you do this. I can now go back to the plow, and it should have my lines for me, which it does. And I think I'm going to go. Now, I'm really close to that rocky area, but at this point, I don't really care because I want all the room I can get for this field. So I'm going to probably start right here, and if it doesn't work out for me, I can always change it later. But what I do need to do is do that, center it, and then drop this, turn that on. Uh-oh, I forgot I haven't set this back to allow for fields. And Back to that. I know. I really don't understand. See, I myself, I go back to regardless, and this doesn't matter. I'm not talking right now about men and women, or men versus women. That's not what I'm talking about right now. I'm talking about the old thing that we were taught as children, and now I'm in a different generation than you guys, most of you guys are, but we were taught as children to follow the golden rule. And the golden rule was to treat everybody the way you want to be treated. And if you did that, everybody would get along just fine. And and so they weren't talking about men and women, they weren't talking about black and white, they were talking about human beings. You treat every other human being around you the way you want to be treated, and the world would be a better place. And we wouldn't have all of this, him against her and us against them, and I don't know where that went. It's gone away, I guess. I don't know. People don't seem to do that anymore. All right, I don't want to get too far out into that tree line, so I think I'm going to stop about there. But I need to flip this thing around. And, well, that puts it right in that tree line, doesn't it? Let's just do it from here. And then I need to do that, center it, and then get up in on it. Well, you have good parents then, Dredge. I mean, it's such a simple thing. Treat people the way you want to be treated. It's so simple. I'm not going to be able to go very far because I'm already right on the border. So it's going to stop me real soon. That's true, Brandon. I mean, I think that's basically where it came from. But it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be biblical. It's just common sense, really. Hey, Jared's in the house. Hey, Jared. Thanks for stopping by. Dropped my phone on concrete and my screen and screen protector broke. Oh, God, you got both the protector and the screen? That's a bad thing. Unless you really are looking to buy a new one. I haven't had soup de jour today. What's going on? It's because I just finished my tea. Actually, I haven't finished my tea. I got one more slug left. And when I say one more slug, I have to look in the cup because I live in Oregon. There's slugs in everything. You don't want them in your tea. Or anything else, for that matter. All right, so this is a very small field, but it's going to grow bigger when I buy that other piece of property over there. And it looks like I can spray now, so let me flop that around. And is that lined up? By golly, it might already be lined up. Sweet. All right. I didn't mean to get into preachy stuff, but I don't necessarily consider it preachy. I think it's something that everybody should just do, just for, just to get along. But anyway, I apologize for getting kind of preachy. But hey, if my mom makes me do it, then I'm gonna make you do it. My mama says right. Man, I'm right on the border, aren't I? God, I've had this dry cough all day. And before anybody says anything, no, I'm not sick. There's pollen in the air, and when it rains, which it hasn't rained for several days, so when it does, it kind of, and people say, well, doesn't that clean the air? Well, it kind of does, but if you think about it, there's pollen up there and all around, and the water just brings it down in concentration. So I think it's just pollen that I'm kind of getting getting to me. So again, it's a very small field, but it's going to grow as soon as I get money. I guess I don't need. Whoa, whoa, whoa! I meant to turn it off, and I turned it on. Got excited, jumped to the side. All right, now I want to go make sure I turn that limit off. And it's getting dark on me. What kind of phone did you break? Is it like an Android, an iPhone, a flip phone? And no, I know it's not a flip phone. I'm just teasing. I shouldn't be teasing him when he broke his phone. That's a terrible thing. Poor guy. Now, I could use the GPS for this, but this field is so small. If I can't figure out where I've sprayed, I'm in trouble. And I know it's going to take 3 passes, so I'm just going to do the outside edges and then drive right through the middle. And then I know I'll get everything. See, you guys think different about phones than I do. This thing about what's going on where people have been relegated to their homes. Can you imagine if we were back in the days where we had outhouses and stuff, and you were stuck in your house with nothing to do? You guys got it made, man. You get to play games, talk on telephones, text your friends, watch Netflix on telephones. It's a little bit different than it used to be. All right, there's a very small strip in the middle I missed, so I'm going to be wasting spray, but hopefully I'll get it back when I sell the crops. Diet cherry cola? Oh, I said I was going to get something, didn't I? I lied. So guess what happened? I'm getting to the end of it, but you guys know that my wife cut me off of Mountain Dew, except for she felt sorry for me, and she said that I could have a Mountain Dew when I live stream, as long as I'm only live streaming like once or twice a week. So I've been following that. But my sister came over and wanted to do some shopping for us because she was going to wherever. And my wife said, "Oh, Rudy needs some soda." And so when I buy my Mountain Dew and my 7-Up and root beer and Dr. Pepper, I wait till Safeway, which is a chain store here. They have sales all the time where you'll get that that box of like 12 cans, a case of 12 cans of soda. And they have sales. Like one time the sale might be buy 2, get 1 free. The next time it might be buy one and get three, or it could be, you know, sometimes it's just a very good sale. And so the last one was, you know, you buy, I think it was buy two and get two free, or at the same cost. It isn't free, obviously you're buying it. But so my sister said, well, what do I get? And I said, well, I like Mountain Dew and I like 7-Up. And so I said, get me one Mountain Dew and 3 7-Ups twice. So I was going to get 8 cases because it was a really good sale. So I said, you know, get 1 Mountain Dew and 3 7-Ups and do that twice. She got to the store and she got confused. And she bought 2 Mountain Dews and 2 7-Ups, and then again 2 Mountain Dews and 2 7-Ups. So I got a whole ton more Mountain Dew than I normally get. So I've been like a hog in heaven with the Mountain Dew. All right, here we go. Cold and refreshing. That's a shock to the system after that hot tea. Right. So let me go check what the other field is doing, because I don't want it to grow completely up before I get... Oh, it's 100% fertilized. Oh, we're okay. We're great. We're good. I can sleep. Where's my light? I can go to sleep, which I don't want to. Do I leave my rig running? Let me turn that off. I can go to sleep, although I don't want to. It's so dirty. My house, my bed. Oh, this place is awful. Oh, geez, it's just terrible. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's just disgusting. Epic Domain. Hello, how are you? All right, hey, it's daytime. Look at that. Did I sleep on that nasty thing? Oh, jeez. I'm not taking a bath either. I'll just wait till it rains. Ugh, it's just gross in here. I'm going to tear that down one day, and I'm going to build... Here's my plan. I went through it today in my test world that I've been talking about on Discord, and I actually placed a house in here to see what it looked like, because I want a house right on the lake. Now, I don't own this property yet, and I don't own this property yet right here in my test world either. Although I do have enough money to buy it. I just haven't bought it yet because I'm trying to concentrate on farmland. Anyway, so I got that hacienda from the South American map, and I placed it in here because it's big and beautiful. And this is where I'm going to place my house, and then I'll tear that one out over there. That's the plan, Stan. It's still growing. It's not ready to harvest yet, so let's go move this out of the way. How's Epic doing today? I guess I can turn the lights off now, huh? Let's see. We're going to need a trailer and a harvester next, because we're going to have wheat to harvest. So we might as well get that ready. And then, oh, wait. I have planting. I forgot. I have that other field to plant. Doesn't this place look a lot nicer when it's mowed and all the weeds are gone? Until you get to the house and try to go to the toilet. That toilet's nasty. Guess I'm not going that way. Grim Eyes? Well, I like... Is it Grim Eyes or Grime Eyes? Be Grim Eyes, because it's Grim and Eyes. With that E in there, it could be Grima's. Grima's. Um, Grim Eyes is kind of cool. But Epic Domain's kind of cool too, though. It's because, you know why? Because it's epic. Whichever way is cool, man. All right, so it's set for wheat. I might as well just leave it at that. I'll tell you what I'm going to do when I get that other piece of property over there purchased and I get the fields done on that. I'm going to grow cotton on everything because cotton's a very good price, but it doesn't stay very good. So we'll get one good harvest of cotton on, get that price, and then we'll switch to other crops, soybeans. I don't have a storage bin yet, or I don't have a storage bin because I sold it, and I don't have a point to get one because I'm living off beans and tortillas until I get enough money to buy equipment. So I'm not keeping any crops at all. I'm selling them as soon as I harvest them. So I don't need a storage bin. Eventually I'm going to put Maurice in. I'm going to put the small Maurice in because this is a small farm. And believe it or not, the small Maurice and the large Maurice are the same. I've got them modded the same. So, and they cost the same amount of money. They just take up a different foot. What do they call that? Well, whatever. They just take up more room. One takes up more room than the other. I should have had the Mountain Dew earlier. I can't think. Footprint. That's what I was trying to say. They have different footprints. One's bigger than the other. Talking about landscaping, which I was kind of talking about. I need to clean this area up here because this is where I'm going to put that. So let's go into landscaping. And we're still on grass, but I don't want to be on grass, or do I? I can be on grass for the time being because I'm just cleaning up right here. But we're eventually going to change this into some gravel in here because I'm going to put a road in. But I don't quite know where the road's going to go yet, so we'll just leave it the way it is right now. Change it later. Take this out. See, if you move too fast, you miss some of it. You should probably go slower. It's hard to do it in the shade, too, because you can't see what you're doing. Well, it's not that you can't see what you're doing. It's you can't see what you have done. Let's go with some dirt. Maybe that. Oh, that's wet dirt. I don't want wet dirt. I don't want wet dirt. Let's go back. Let's try that. Just good old dirt. Right there. Okay, and then let's get to. Is that gravel there? I think so. So we're gonna put. I'm gonna bring the road through from here. Flip camera angle. Grimy eyes. Well, Grim is better because Grim is like the Grim Reaper. Grimy is like, oh my god, that guy's filthy dirty. He's got grimy eyes. They're not quite the same. Alright, we'll flip around here. And gonna bring this road in. And I don't quite know where the other thing's gonna go, so I'm just gonna kind of come in to maybe about there. And we'll figure it out later. That looks better. It's looking better. Now this one here, it turns, but I think I'm going to come straight like I did in my test world till I get to the border of my other property, and then I'm going to start going that way, and we'll meet it there up in that corner. Because this is going to be a field right here. I'm going to bring this all the way straight, but we'll figure that out later at a different time and place and space. Is that ready yet? Not quite. Not quite. It's still growing. Alright, let me get my lawnmower and we'll see if we can make some more. Where's my lawnmower? You stole my lawnmower. There it is. Make some more silage so we can sell it. The grass isn't completely grown yet, but that's okay. We're still going to get some of it. This thing's all tippy again. I hate when it does that. Once you mow it, you can see those little patches that I missed when I was landscaping. Oh, and I want to get rid of this tree too, because between the next harvest, I'm going to take this field and move it farther down the road here so it gets a little bit bigger. There's a lot of wasted space right here where I'm at. So, is this map a lot of work? Yeah. Is it fun? Yeah. So it's worth it, right? Yeah. So those are my opinions. I'm having fun so far anyway. It's kind of fun pretending that I'm creative because I'm not very creative. Alright, it's not quite full yet, but it's going to be full pretty quick here, so might as well drain this. Empty it, I should say. There we go. I got time sped up to normal. I could speed it up a little faster to get this ready for harvest, but I can take the time right now to mow and get grass and put it into silage and that kind of good stuff. Now you might be asking why I'm able to mow when that's not my property. I'm not on my property. It's because that side of the mower is on my property, and if any part of the mower is on my property, it will mow, period. So if I was going the other way, for example, if I turn the mower 90 degrees this way, then it doesn't work that way. So, because now my mower is not on my property. So if I tried to mow here, it says, no, you can't do it. You can't do it, I ain't gonna let you. Turn around this way, mow all you want. We'll make more, just like Lay's potato chips. Eat all you want, they'll make more, or so they say. Now this time, I'm just going to go down to the road and follow the road. And let it mow on either side. When I was building this road, I didn't notice I put a little dog leg in here. And I might want to straighten that road out a little bit. I think I'm going to. I think I'm going to come in here and from this point here, actually from this boulder right here, I'm going to take this road and straighten it up a little bit because on the left-hand side it's too close to my field. So I think I'm going to straighten it out and go straighter. I'll aim for that green bush that's right ahead of my lawnmower and go that way, I think. You guys are awful quiet. Am I here by myself? Come on. Speak up. Anybody. Alright, it's full, and I don't know if you noticed, but it filled up before I was done mowing. So there's a little stretch of that grass that I just completely kind of wasted. I didn't get it. So I wish there was a beeper on this that tells you when it's full. But hey, beggars can't be choosers. I don't know why they say that, because beggars can be choosers. They're just going to be disappointed. Yeah, right. Mesmerized. My mowing skills are just terrific. All right, that's enough mowing. Now I can go back to the tractor, wherever it's at. We'll go get our trailer set up. I want to buy a truck. I want to buy the 48, but don't have enough money for it, so it'll have to wait. But I think what I'll do is after the next harvest, I'll probably just lease one, and then when I get the money, I'll turn the lease in and buy it. And I want a new combine too. This one will do for now, but I want to get a new combine. In my test world, I bought a Massey Ferguson, and it seems to work really well for these small fields. So that's probably what I'll do here. You can make them some really ugly colors if you're Scorpion. I just made Massey Ferguson red and black for me. There is a counter on the side, as you can see. So, we had a little bit. Did we get it all? Nope. We got another load. Not quite a full load. You made yours red? You had a purple one or something. Or am I thinking of the potato harvester? I could be thinking of the potato harvester. Scorpion's potato harvester, mine is a Homer. His is a homely. Yeah, like I say, mine was a Homer. Yours was a homely. How much do we make on this? Let's see. 8,000. That's not bad. For free grass, but remember, I have to pay for the silo. And I don't remember what I paid for it. All right. I'm waiting, so I'm going to turn the time up just a little bit. And we'll wait. See how it goes. So, hey, we've made a lot of progress today. We got 3 fields instead of 2. Yours sachets? The heck does that mean? So Tuesday, eh? So yeah, I'm gonna be streaming this map because of the nature of it for the foreseeable future here. You know me, I switch maps all the time, but this one's a little different because it's going from flat land. Well, it's not flat land, is it? It's going from nothing land to something land, only because you're gonna work it. Gonna work it. We're gonna work it. Now see the little investments. I got that windmill. It's making 500 an hour, and that changes depending whether you're playing hard, medium, or hard, normal, or easy. If you're playing easy, it makes $250 an hour. If you're playing hard, it makes $1,000 an hour, I think, or 700. I don't recall. Something like that. I could actually look, I suppose. Was it miscellaneous? There it is. Yeah, it's $500 an hour. It's $1,000 if you're playing on hard. 500 or 250. And then, of course, I've got the silage silo that's making me money on grass that I'm just cutting for fun and profit. Did I just sell something? I didn't, did I? Man, how long does this have to grow? Oh, I didn't lime the field. Is it too late to lime the field if it's still growing? I think I can. Darn it, darn it, darn it. And here I've sped up time. I can't afford it though. Lime costs a lot of money. I should have turned lime off, but oh well. It'd be too easy, I guess. Don't make it too easy. If it's too easy, then even Scorpion can play the game. Where's Bill today? I haven't seen Bill today, which is funny because I saw Bill playing Farm Sim earlier today. That's not always true though, because the other night Bill was in my Discord talking to us, and then he left, and then hours and hours later I looked and he was still there, but he really wasn't. He must have just left his computer running. So if he was in the game and left his computer running, that could be what he was doing this morning. A shot across the bow. Excuse me. Did this bow make my butt look big? Yeah, he probably did. Well, fall asleep and passing out are two different things, isn't it? Although technically they're probably the same. You're both sleeping, but all right. Now we have the ability now to do this again. So let's get out of that and do that again, and go there. We're gonna do an auto width. Go back. We're gonna hit that once and twice. There's the A. Follow the A down. Hit A again. Well, it's not A, but there's my width now that I needed. That's actually, oh, I wonder if I needed to spread the extensions off first. Did I need to unfurl it? Does that make a difference? Is that gonna change now? Maybe not. I don't know. I don't know if it does or not. I don't think so. I think that's it. Okay, so that's as good as it's gonna get, I guess. Let's put it in the middle, and then I need to go back in here and do lime, and then add it and turn it on, and I'm wasting. So yeah, that was right. It didn't have to be booms down, I guess. Dreaming of beets. I dream of Beatty. I dream of Beatty with a... Did I seed that? I might not have seeded that field over there. Okay, so I'm going to go in here for hoots and giggles. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to leave the distance alone, but I'm going to put that on and I'll show you what it does. Let me turn this on. I'm going to hit cruise control so I'm not driving, and then turn this thing on. Turn the thing on. Okay, I'm not driving. It's in cruise control, and it should stop when it gets to the end of the field. Stopping is relative, because if you've got a heavy load and you're driving a fast amount of speed, it knows that it's supposed to stop at the end of the field, but it may have enough momentum and inertia, whatever you want to call it, to keep going for just a little bit before it actually stops. And it doesn't turn your machine off, so you could waste a lot. Alright, so it did stop, but it went a little bit further because that's the way it did. Sorry. I don't know what happened there. That's kind of weird. It's like it didn't know the end of the field or something. Let's try it again and see what it does on the other side. Again, I'm not driving. It's cruise control. And let's see if it knows the end of this field. Because if you'd noticed, the beeping happened up long after I was at the end of the field. Look, Mom, no hands. Yeah. Hey, Mom, hold my beer. I just noticed. Okay, I heard the beep and it stopped. So it stopped long before the end of the field. That's kind of weird. And I just noticed that the chat hasn't been in the stream. Nobody else seemed to notice either, I guess. Wonder what happened. Let me see here. All right, somebody type something. Let's see if it's in the stream now. There it is. Has it not been there before? That's the first time, because I don't look at this. I have to have it running on another PC for me to see it, because I don't see it when I'm playing. I don't see the whatever they call that, the chat. I see it on a different pop out, not on the screen. You did see it on there, okay. There is quite a delay, and that's probably why I wasn't seeing it. It's a mystery to me. It reminds me of that old song by, I was going to say Orson Welles. Not Orson Welles. Pretty Woman guy. Oh, Orson Welles. Roy Orbison. Now, Orson Welles had a pretty good voice, but it wasn't for singing. Well, I don't know if he sang or not. I'm just saying he had a pretty good speaking voice. Now, you guys will have to remind me that I do not have a corn header, so I can't plant corn or sunflower seeds or anything else that would need a corn header. Pick this up and we'll run this. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Why am I running sideways? I'm running sideways. Why? What? That's crazy. What? It won't let me go there. Finally. That was weird. Mort calling Orson. I forgot Orson was Mork's supervisor. This is weird. I'm gonna throw it. There. Get off my yard. Alright, why is it taking so long for this junk to grow? I'm going to speed it up. There we go. Can't get any faster than that. Thanks for the reminder. Alright, well, then I went into nighttime. So, there's no getting around it. I gotta sleep in this nasty house again. I don't want to turn the light on. Well, maybe I do. You don't know what's in the bed. Oh man, I made 12,000 income. That's got to be that that windmill. I don't think you get paid until midnight. It's $500 an hour, and I think you get paid at midnight. So there you go. Sweet. Gotta love it. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. Okay. Right, I just hired a worker. I'll let it go to town. See what it does. Anybody steal my combine? I'm doing pretty good with the Mountain Dew, but I think I only rented the cup of tea and they wanted it back. So I took a little bit of a break. Scorpion says, close your eyes and get in bed and don't think about where you are. Well, that might work in the game, but in real life, that bed has got to have a stench to it. And there's got to be bed bugs crawling on it. Wayne's got to go. Man, radio phones, you'll have a great evening. Okay, Wayne, I'm getting close to my time anyway. I'll be a little bit, 15 minutes. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you have a good evening. Oh, I just thought of something. I've got another piece of equipment to rent. I'm going to have to rent a tractor and something to pick up the straw. So, yeah, I got equipment to rent. I don't have money to buy anything, so let's start off with the loading wagon. I'm just going to get the cheapest one I can get, and then we're going to lease it. And then hopefully I've got enough money to lease a tractor. Don't think I need a large. Let's see about a small. I want something with a. Oh, wait a minute. Before I do that, what kind of horsepower does that take? 95? Okay. All right, 95. So, whoops. Let's check a small tractor. And let's see. Got 100. Oh, there. Be fine. I can get any tractor I want. It's a star night. I get a Massey Ferguson. Doesn't matter. A Valtra. A Fent. A Klaus. That's a mod. 100,000. I better do what I was gonna do. Get another Fiat, I guess, but 59. Okay, that one leases for 3,000. This one leases for 3,000. That's a better looking tractor, isn't it? It's a Valtra. a Fent, a Stara. I'm going to get this Valtra. I'm just going to rent it. Let me see if there's a... I'm going to get the bigger engine. And global... God, can I afford global positioning? Well, it adds 1,000 to it. I don't know if I need that. I'm going to get it since I'm leasing it. We'll get it. Because I'm not quite sure if I add it as an aftermarket, what it's going to do. Know what I mean? The Fiat falls over. Well, that's good to know. Especially since I didn't go for it. The delay's a killer in this, you know, on these streams. The delay's just a killer. I'd already decided not to get the Fiat before I read what Andy said. This'll work, though. Why did I not cut that tree down? Was I not able to? Because I certainly thought I did. That tree right there. Maybe. Oh, I think that's in the other field. All right, we got some grain to sell. Let's get on it, because we're bleeding money in this game. Yeah, I like being yelled at in real time. I'll be calling all of you guys dear, honey and dear by the end of the day, because I'll think it's my wife. Yes, dear. Yes, dear. I'm sorry, honey. Sorry, dear. Get me a Mountain Dew. Make me a Sammy. Or a Scorpion would say a sandwich. Make me a Sammy. Peanut butter and pickles. Or something like that. Sorry, Alexa. I miss you guys. You know, I miss Lynn. I wonder where she's at. That's why I've been trying not to scare what's her name? Oh, I didn't say that, did I? Is it Mary? We had a gal from England come in from Birmingham, was it? Or Birmingham? I'm afraid to scare the ladies off because there's so much fun to have in here. Look how much fun we had with Lynn. She was a hoot. And so, and Miss Nelson's here all the time, but Miss Nelson doesn't talk too much, and that's okay. She doesn't have to be. I know she's busy. But I don't like to scare the ladies off because they're so much fun to have around and stuff. And you know, when I first started, I told myself that I was not going to say you guys all the time like some YouTubers do. Now, I do slip once in a while, but I try very hard not to because I know it's not all guys watching. And as I said in one of my very first live videos, there are as many, if not more, farm daughters out there in real life than there are farm sons. And so I didn't want to be that guy that said, oh, hi guys, or we're going to do this, guys, oh, guys, we're going to do that. I was just going to drop the guy part and say, today we're going to do this, tomorrow we're going to do that, next we're going to go to that field. And not be stuck with the guy thing. And so I like it when there's some ladies around that can keep us straight. Like I haven't seen Queen Chris lately. I know she's still playing and she pops in here once in a while. In a roundabout way. Round about. I remember the time I told I was teasing Lynn about rounding out and about. Canadians say a and route and out and about. Now we exaggerate it by saying oot and a boot. They're not Scottish, but they do say out, oot and a boot. It is something like that. And she said, we don't talk like that. And I said, really? That's what it sounds like to us. And it was shortly after that that she came in, she said something, and she said, oh my God, you're right, we do say that. We do talk like that. We're going to go oot. And tomorrow we're going to go a boot. And again, we Americans exaggerate it a little bit. But they do say it. And they do say a once in a while. I don't know if there's anybody in here from Canada right now, but I do have a lot of Canadians come in. I play with a bunch of Canadians in my Elite Dangerous game. They're out there, guys, believe it. Or guys and gals. See, I did it. I didn't mean to. Those Canadians are lurking out there. You gotta be careful. Now you know why I want to get a better combine. This thing's slow. Does like a row at a time. This isn't as slow as the potato picker, though. Oh, jeez. Wait till we have to do potatoes, and it does them one row at a time. It's horrible. I tried it last night in my test world, and it was awful. And then I said, Scorpion, you're going to have to sign off for a minute, because I want to get these potatoes off. And as soon as he left, I leased the biggest damn harvester I could get and ran over it and had it harvested in like 2 seconds. Don't look, Ethel. I thought Canada was Texas. No, seriously, isn't Canada part of Texas? I think Canada's north of everything except for Alaska. Just past Amarillo. We were talking about Amarillo the other day. There's a song by a guy from England. This was back in the 70s, I think. It was Tony Christie, and he sang a song, Is This the Way to Amarillo? And I asked Alexa, she's listening. I have to be quiet just a minute. I said her name accidentally. All right, she's gone. I asked her, is this the way to Amarillo? And she said, all roads go to Rome. When you're in Rome, go to Heathrow Airport and catch a flight to Amarillo. I just about died laughing. I thought it was pretty funny. I can do it again. Alexa, volume 10. Okay, hang on, see if you can hear this. Alexa, is this the way to Amarillo?
Yes. All roads lead to Rome, and there you can catch a flight to Amarillo via Heathrow and Fort Dallas.
I don't know if you can hear that or not. Yep. All right, guys, it's 3 o'clock. Pretty close. I've been at it since noon. I think I'm going to call it an stream here. And again, if you want to come over to my Discord, everybody's welcome. And I've been over there working. I may not be 24 hours over there, but and I may not be playing this game, but it doesn't mean we can't chat. You can't come over and talk to me. I may be playing any number of different games, but right now I've been into this map right here, so that's what I've been playing. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and call it. Hope you all had fun. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it and keeping me company. And everybody have a good evening, and I will be back, if not before, on Thursday. Good night, everybody.